everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. It's hard to imagine this not being a fun game to watch. It's the Browns going up against the Dolphins. With that, let's go down to Miami. Standing by, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this will be a touchback. Last year would have come out to the 20. This year they'll move it out to the 25-yard line. Now the third-year man from Alabama State, Isaiah Crowell. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Second down following the run. Again, it's Crowell. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. Gets it to Gordon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They were ready for what the defense was showing. They had prepared for that look, recognized it, went straight to the air, got the first. Well done.
Love the recognition because you can prepare for everything. You can watch the tape and put together your game plan, but you still have to understand what they're doing in terms of what they're showing and be able to adjust accordingly, and they did exactly that.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Kaepernick again here on 2nd and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Their big tight end with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Just how they wanted to start this one, in the end zone on their first possession.
And that just happened. How about that play right there? As you said, opening possession, setting the tone for everything. Now I'm going to look forward a little bit now because everyone should be celebrating his catch in the end zone. The tight end gets a little bit of love. But if you're a receiver on the team, you should be thinking to yourself, boy, oh boy, things are going to open up the rest of the game if they have to focus on him as well.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. So Ajayi picking up some yardage, and last year only 187 yards as a rookie.
Well, Lamar Miller's gone to Houston. That opens up more possibilities for him. I think we'll see the full range of his game, running and catching this season.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Really strong, effective run there out of a power set or a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game, and that's tough for a defensive coordinator. They want to spot that lineup coming into the game early so they can get the proper defensive personnel on the field. That's why the coordinator's relying on some of the assistants to tell him what offensive personnel is hitting the field so he can adjust accordingly. They weren't able to stop him on that run.
17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. So Ajayi covering a lot of ground on that run. He's covered a lot of ground in his life. Born in London, moved to Maryland in the 4th grade. Of course, went to Boise State where he was so good. Now here in the NFL.
You are talking about covering a lot of ground in a short amount of time in his life. But how about the ground he covers on that play? A sweep, gets to the corner, and just explodes downfield.
Blue 10.
This is Ajayi. And he is going to lose yardage here. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
The goal of every offense is to move the chains, pick up first downs. A nice job finding an open receiver for a completion.
That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Jay Ajayi, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And the Browns offense back out there ready to take over. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Smart approach there, using the run to pick up the first. And that was a defensive setup they prepared for this week, knowing that keeping it on the ground was the best way to attack it.
And that means also that they're able to read them pretty well. All the things they prepared for, when they get to the line of scrimmage, they see it in pre-snap recognition and know exactly how to attack based on their planning and preparation.
False start, offense. Still first down.
After the penalty, it's Corral. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
When I see Cameron Wake make plays like that, I can't help but shake my head sometimes. He had to go to Canada first before he came back to the NFL, where he's now an all-pro.
Yeah, undrafted out of Pitt. And Corral lost the football. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And in 2015, Charles, for the Browns, 18 fumbles, most in the league. Another one here.
And each and every week when we visit with teams, the phrase turnover margin always comes up, doesn't it?
Always.
So it's no surprise that with that number of fumbles, they were 3-13 that season.
And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 3 down. Set, 380.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he will possibly get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. On the other hand, it will definitely take up. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Here's Ajayi. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Bobby. Jay Ajayi with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Not a bad start for him. 2 drives for the offense, 2 rushing TDs.
Almost like he's in the percussion section in the band, isn't it? Got a little oomph, right? Got a little crash, got a little bang. He's got it all as he gets to the end zone. 2nd rushing touchdown, as you noted, on 2 drives. He's off to a terrific start.
Okay, you ready? Wait for it. But this is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
Well, they held them to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at them. So how do you stop the jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Kaepernick now to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
But they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. On to punt now, Britton Colquitt in his 7th season from Tennessee. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set. Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back on that counter play?
That's what you need for a good counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2, and that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Catch here, left side, Thomas. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
20, 20,
3rd and 2, Tannehill. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now it's Tannehill. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. It's a pickup of 19 yards on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
On second down, here's Tannehill. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Third and long, it's Tannehill. And he's got his man, that's Landry. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well, and most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why. They got the look that they were seeking, and they were able to take advantage of it.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That was a nice play by the defense, but the offense can't let that one play define them. Let it go, move on, and start over again.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. Play fake to Ajayi. It's Tannehill. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Anthony Fasano, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And the Browns getting set to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down. And quickly they get to the line. Kaepernick to throw on second down. Finding time. And he's going to go down. It's a sack on Kaepernick. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Big sack on second down. Now the offense needs to convert here on third. They'll run it with Johnson. And they'll bring him down at the... Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. This will be fielded at the 17. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. Here comes Ryan Tannehill now, leading his offense back out there. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. They're going to hurry back to the line now. From the 50, it's Tannehill. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And he's brought down. And give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. On first down, it's Tannehill. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. From the red zone now, Tannehill. And this is Landry. Tannehill finds him. It's complete. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends.
380.
Again, Tannehill. And caught by Thomas for a Dolphins touchdown. Julius Thomas, his second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. And he's a reliable target. He's more than that, though. Hey, look, I'm not going to say he's the best tight end in the league, but he's solid.
Yeah, because he's able to block, and that's almost a lost art for a number of the tight ends in the league now, because the most popular guys are almost what we call move tight ends, more like receivers, but those guys who can do it all, there's still a place for them in the NFL.
Let's just feel it at the goal line. You can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's my apologies, Larry. I wanted to hear the report. Somebody's in a hurry, so we're going to get him right to quarter number 3. Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now it's Tannehill. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Tannehill now to throw. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked off. It's the Pro Bowl corner, Joe Hayden with it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And down inside the 15 he goes. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On second down, here's Crowell. Oh, nice move. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. And Cap, of course, was a great baseball player, drafted as a pitcher. He kind of showed his arm right there, didn't he?
Yeah, he let that one go, didn't he? That was a catcher putting down the #1 signal for the fastball and turning it loose. It was needed in that situation, though. He had to throw a tight spiral and a hard one in order to get it in there for a completion.
So this is the second consecutive week, as you look at the numbers, that he just doesn't seem to have the same pop as we normally see him with.
Is there an injury we don't know about?
That's what I'm wondering.
Because that's a legitimate question right now. We're used to speed, power, all coming.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Their big tight end with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. Here's Landry. Fighting him off.
Ran right through the trash.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Jay Ajayi works his way back onto the field. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments. And you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception #1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. If you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. They'll run it again with Crowell. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. A couple of Dolphins in on the stop.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
From the gun on 3rd down, Kaepernick. His throw caught at about the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key 1st down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. They'll try and run for it with Crowell. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Kaepernick to throw on 2nd down. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Corey Coleman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do a play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now Tannehill. And throw right side complete to Parker. A really nice gain of 25 yards. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
Over the middle, it's Thomas. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
The tight end, Julius Thomas, the intended target, and it's 3rd and 5. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
15 yards through the air and a first down.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back. He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4.
Watch that in. Watch that in. That is right. That is right. Bang! 380. We got 380.
Tannehill on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Only 3 there on the screen. It's second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
To the air again, Tannehill. That is caught at the 7. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line.
Face mask. Defense.
Charles, I know it's hard when live bullets are flying, but you cannot keep your hand up around the face mask area.
It is absolutely inexcusable nowadays. We talk about target areas all the time. You have to aim lower so that your hand doesn't get involved in the face mask.
They'll try to run with a J. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
The play clock's running down. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Again with a J. Then he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Jay Ajayi with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Oh, what a move. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And here are the Browns now as the offense comes back out onto the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. On third and long, it's Kaepernick. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
Fielded just inside the 20. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. They come out with one back and three tight ends. On first down, it's Tannehill. And over the middle, this is Parker. No gain there on the completion, second and 10.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Offense looking to avoid a third and long. It's second and 10. They'll toss it to Ajayi. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Third and long, it's Tannehill. And he finds Stills, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
Over the middle, open is Thomas. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Time running out here on the play clock. On second down, here's Tannehill. And this is caught. It's Parker. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. In the red zone this time.
Hey, wide 20. Wide 20. Wide 56. Wide 56. Dagger. Dagger.
Play clock winding down. Tannehill keeps on the sneak. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now a handoff here to his running back. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to get it in. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And now a sneak, Tannehill. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down. Now hang on here, timeout called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Tannehill keeps on the sneak. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
I think the effort was there, but sometimes the defense is just a little bit better. No gain on the quarterback sneak, no place to go.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. They come out here in the eye. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Jay Ajayi with a career-high 4-touchdown game. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
There he goes, right side. 30, past the 20. And he brings this one all the way back. So definitely good for the individual stats. Maybe not for our storyline, but he's in for the late score. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Novak to tack on the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Dolphins are going to recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And he'll give it here to his running back. Shreds the tackle. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. 2nd down to the offense in search of 6 yards. Throwing now, Tannehill. It's caught, Stills, right side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. Over the middle, it's Thomas. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
Kaepernick now on 1st down. He's got time in the pocket. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Kaepernick again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking to get it to Kenny Britt that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Brandon, what we just saw there is something we hear from coaches throughout the league. How are you going to defend what they call the moment of truth ball, meaning a 50-50? The ball's in the air, defender's there, receiver's there. Who's going to make a play on the football? And in this case, the defensive guys actually got it done and knocked it away.
A big offensive explosion.